Yes, my friends, God still answers prayer, but He does so when your heart is aligned with His teachings and His divine principles on your earthly walk. He sees our hearts and our actions. Too many today, hearts and actions doesn't align with God's. They worship God with their lips, but their hearts are far from Him. They seek His blessings while living outside His will. But God desires more than empty prayers. He desires obedience and righteousness. From my own experiences, I've learned this truth. Many today are praying, fasting, and crying out to God, yet their prayers seem to go unheard. They begin to wonder, maybe God has forgotten me. Maybe He doesn't care. But hear me clearly, God never turns away from a sincere heart. He hears every prayer, but He responds according to your faith, your obedience, and your connection with Him. And that's what I want to talk about, why so many people don't see their blessings or prayers answered. It's not because God is silent, but because many have become disconnected from Him. This isn't about religion, it's about your spiritual connection. In Psalm 50, God calls the earth from the rising of the sun to its setting. He gathers His people not to praise them, but to judge them. Why? Because their worship had become empty. Their lips said one thing, but their hearts lived another. You see, my friends, God is not moved by empty words or religious routines. He desires sincerity, obedience, and thankfulness. Think about it this way: if you buy something and never follow the instructions, can you expect it to work? It's the same with God. His word gives us divine instructions, and when we walk by them, that's when blessings begin to flow. So why are so many prayers unanswered today? Because too many are going through the motions of religion without a real relationship with God. They pray, but live in disobedience. They quote scriptures, yet carry pride, envy, unforgiveness, and greed in their hearts. Beloved, God is not mocked. You can't fool Him with words or appearances. He searches the heart. Psalm 66:18 says, "If I regard iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear me." So before you ask God for anything, ask yourself, am I walking in obedience? Am I truly connected to Him? Psalm 50 shows what God truly desires: a thankful heart and righteous living. He says, "Offer to God a sacrifice of thanksgiving and pay your vows to the Most High. Then call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver you, and you shall glorify me." Do you see the order? First, thank Him. Then walk in obedience. Then call upon Him and He will deliver you. Gratitude opens the gates of heaven. When you thank God even in hard times, you show faith, and faith pleases God. That kind of faith moves mountains. But God also warns, "What right have you to recite my laws while casting my words behind you?" Don't call on Him while living against Him. Too many want the promise but not the process, the crown but not the cross. God is not a genie. He is a holy Father, and holiness demands obedience. You cannot serve two masters. The blessings of God flow through alignment when your heart, your words, and your actions walk together in truth. So how do you realign with God? Examine your motives. Worship sincerely. Obey His word. Be thankful in all things. Forgive and let go. When you walk in these truths, your prayers rise with power. Heaven listens when the heart is pure. So remember, God still answers prayer, but He answers those who seek Him in spirit and in truth. If your blessings seem delayed, maybe God is waiting for your heart to return to Him. Psalm 50 reminds us God doesn't want religious performance. He wants a personal relationship. A heart that is humble, thankful, and obedient. So pray not just with words, but with your life. Worship not just with song, but with surrender. And watch how He begins to move. Doors opening, prayers answered, blessings flowing, not because you earned them, but because your heart aligned with His will. Yes, my friends, God still answers prayer when your heart is aligned with His teachings and His principles. If this message stirred your spirit, like, share, and subscribe. Tag a friend, spread the light. Until next time, stay grounded, stay divine. At MissSpiritualeyes.